This week from Hollywood, we show you who won the gold at the Oscars and what really happened after the telecast, and take you to the Brit Awards. Then we check out the premiere of Beautiful Creatures and catch up with the current controversy surrounding Alec Baldwin. Next, it's over to LAX to see how the stars travel after the Oscars. Do they pack their statues? Then we shine the spotlight on dancer-turned-dramatic actress Julianne Hough. All of these updates and more coming up. But first, let's take a look at the red carpet.
We here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
Well, we all had a feeling Daniel Day-Lewis would take home the Oscar gold for Lincoln, but who thought Argo would win Best Picture? Ben Affleck even seemed surprised for his own film's success.
You'll fit right in.
Jennifer Lawrence and Anne Hathaway won the spotlight, while Tommy Lee Jones and Sally Field were happy just to be nominated, and the 9-year-old did not win. Plus, what was up with Kristen Stewart presenting on stage with Daniel Radcliffe? Things that make you go, hmm?
So yeah, I snapped.
Anne Hathaway, Jennifer Lawrence, Bradley Cooper, Joaquin Phoenix, Hugh Jackman, Helen Hunt, and Denzel Washington attended the 85th Academy Awards nomination luncheon at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. Sally Field, Christoph Waltz, Tommy Lee Jones, and Steven Spielberg were also there. Taylor Armstrong and new boyfriend John Bluer hit the red carpet for the first time as a couple at OK Magazine's pre-Oscar party at the Emerson Theater. Daniel Radcliffe, Zoe Saldana, Gisele Bündchen, Tom Brady, and Stephen Dorff were spotted at the William Morris WME agency party. Also there, Kelsey Grammer and wife Kate Walsh. And John Leguizamo, Neve Campbell, and J.J. Field. Russell Brand and two unknown lady friends were spotted at the Grey Goose Oscars party at Chateau Marmont. Joaquin Phoenix, Emile Hirsch, Michelle Rodriguez, Miranda Cosgrove, Lizzie Kaplan, Ray Liotta, and Johnny Galecki were also spotted at Chateau Marmont. Rizzoli and Isles star Angie Harmon was also enjoying some Grey Goose. Josh Radnor, Marcia Gay Harden, Walton Goggins, and Daisy Fuentes signed autographs after the Global Green USA's 10th annual pre-Oscar party held at Avalon in Hollywood. Miranda Kerr, Orlando Bloom, Dylan McDermott, Willie Nelson, Helen Hunt, and Emmy Rossum also attended. The Brit Awards rocked London's O2 Arena as the stars came out to play. Taylor Swift signed autographs for fans as she walked down the red carpet, looking sophisticated and all grown up in black. Pop sensation One Direction wowed the crowd as well. Jessie J wanted to make the world dance and forget about the price tag as she made her entrance. Ed Sheeran looked a bit disheveled and hunched over. We said hunched, not hung, as he posed quickly for photos and then chatted with waiting fans. Mumford & Sons worked the crowd next. They smiled and joked as the flashbulbs went off. It wasn't all about the awards, however. There was a premiere worth noting, Beautiful Creatures.
You witch.
We prefer the term caster.
Actresses Zoe Deutsch and Tiffany Boone showed a little affection at the Hollywood premiere. Shanola Hampton waved and Emmy Rossum looked exquisite in her frock. Director Richard LaGravenese talked to us about the supernatural love that exists in the modern-day black magic film.
I think our minds are much more capable to have much more access than we allow. And actually technology is preventing us, because when was the last time you had to remember a phone number? I mean, your brain isn't being used in the way, that it should be. But I think we actually have these. Supernatural is a bad word because it has a connotation to it, but I think our minds are much capable of much more than we know.
It has begun.
She's already closer to the dark than I was. I want you out of here.
Celebrities are real people too, and we'll show you how they celebrated before Hollywood's biggest night. Bradley Cooper went for a spin around LA on his Ducati, and then later gets stuck in traffic on his way to the show.
Good luck, Bradley!
Ben Affleck returned home after watching his daughter Violet win a trophy at a spelling bee in LA. And Weed star Mary Louise Parker went for a bite at Craig's. Keeping it real, folks, keeping it real. Film star Alec Baldwin can't seem to catch a break. He appeared a bit on edge while walking in New York City. He is currently being investigated for racial comments and assault allegations against a New York Post photographer. We spotted the solemn actor leaving a restaurant with a friend in the Big Apple as he headed back to his apartment in Greenwich Village. Later in the evening, Alec returned home from a night out on the town. He briskly walked past photographers and into his apartment building lobby. If you were on a flight from just about anywhere to LAX during Oscar weekend, chances are you saw some celebs. Check out who we caught up with at the famous LA airport. The darling Salma Hayek flew in from her digs in Paris. It's confirmed Fergie and Josh Duhamel are expecting their first child.
You know if it's a boy or a girl? It's one of those two.
They returned to LAX, and we asked them if they had any names picked out yet.
You got any ideas? I'll try and think of some for you.
Ryan Seacrest appeared tired as he tried to get his luggage from the baggage carousel. Kim Kardashian returned to LA from Nigeria, where she was reportedly paid $500,000 to make a 45-minute appearance. Richard Gere tried hiding his face behind his hat, but his silver fox hair gave him right away. French actor Jean Dujardin was also spotted walking through the airport.
Oui, oui, bonjour!
Oui, oui, bonjour! Elle a pas oublié ça, Pardon?
Christoph Waltz signed autographs for fans after returning from his Saturday Night Live hosting gig on the East Coast.
How you liking Southport?
It's definitely a change of pace.
From what?
I've had things happen to me in the past. Things that still scare me.
This week, we shine the spotlight on Safe Haven star Julianne Hough. Julianne is a dancer by trade. She was a professional dancer alongside her brother, Derek Hough, on Dancing with the Stars from 2007 through 2011. Upon her departure from the show that made her a household name, Julianne entered the world of musical film. She has appeared alongside Sharon Christina Aguilera in Burlesque, as lead role in the remake of Footloose, as another singer-dancer character in Rock of Ages, and is possibly best known for being Ryan Seacrest's famous girlfriend in real life. Hough tackles her first dramatic role opposite Josh Duhamel in Safe Haven.
This was definitely a departure, and it's fun to be able to take what people discovered me as and kind of flip it around and be like, no, this is a different side of me. And it's exciting, though. This is definitely the path that I want to be taking and doing more challenging roles. And not to say I won't ever do musicals again, but this is definitely the direction I want to head.
We wondered if it was really as easy as it looked for her to transition into her new skin as a dramatic actress. She set the record straight for us.
I think that's the biggest thing, is that, you know, I think on the outside it looks like, oh, well, Dancing with the Stars, a couple of musicals, and now this. It's not been that easy. I mean, it might look that way, but, I mean, I had to do a lot of convincing and beg and make sure that I could have that second audition, because I knew the first one, you know, lost to the director was on Skype, and he couldn't feel or see what was really happening in the room. So, you know, I busted my I'm not gonna say it, but you know, busted it to make sure that I could get that second audition. And I think that's what helped with being a dancer, is that there's that, like, the show must go on, I won't take no for an answer, and I'm disciplined and hardworking, and I will outwork and outwant, you know. And so but it was it's been an interesting experience, and I'm loving every step of the way.
So, if she wasn't starring in the Nicholas Sparks film, would she go see it herself?
I'm the demographic of this kind of movie, that definitely.
He's here.
I gotta get out of here.
There's no safer place for you than here with me.
Silver Linings Playbook director David O. Russell knows that when something's not broke, you don't try to fix it. He teams back up with Academy Award winner Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper for a drama involving the 70s FBI sting operation Abscam that took down a bunch of U.S. congressmen. Christian Bale, Amy Adams, and Jeremy Renner have also been cast in the as-yet untitled film. They're heroes in a half shell and they're green, and now there is a new hot sidekick coming to town. Transformers and This Is 40 star Megan Fox has been cast in the role of April for the upcoming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Director Michael Bay is bringing back the 90s. Can he pull this one off? We have a question: who will play Shredder? The Wedding Singer and 50 First Dates co-stars Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore are working on a new romantic comedy tentatively titled Blended. The subject matter is about blended families, not blended apples and oranges. Hopefully, this ongoing collaborative duo will fare better than Julia Roberts and Richard Gere in their runaway bride coup. Every year on the eve of the Academy Awards, the Golden Raspberry Awards, aka the Razzies, are held in Hollywood. The Razzies honor the worst performances in film. This year, Twilight won big for worst, just about everything. Twilight Saga's Breaking Dawn Part 2 won the Razzie for Worst Picture, Worst Actress for Kristen Stewart,
My time as a human was over.
Worst Supporting Actor for Taylor Lautner,
I've never been afraid of vampires.
Worst Director for Bill Condon, Worst Screen Ensemble, and numerous other categories. This week's Hollywood box office countdown has one film falling off and a new one joining rank. It was a slow start to Oscar weekend at the box office, surprising since it tends to be one of the biggest weekends at the movies in general.
Okay, that's better.
Here we go!
Do you know what I hate about the Americans? Everything.
At number 5 on our Hollywood box office countdown, moving down from the prize top spot last week, A Good Day to Die Hard. The action-adventure flick brought in $10 million.
Need a hug?
We're not a hugging family.
Damn straight.
In our number 4 spot this week, the love story Safe Haven. It pulled America's heartstrings to the tune of $10.6 million. In our number 3 spot this week, Escape from Planet Earth. The Weinstein feature brought in $11 million at the box office.
I'm not a drug dealer. I swear to you, Dad. You believe me, right?
Of course I
In our number 2 spot for the first time on our countdown, Snitch. The action-adventure scored $13 million.
Trust me.
In our number 1 spot on Oscar weekend, Identity Thief. The vivacious comedy of errors took the gold home with a mere $14.1 million.
You okay?
Hollywood birthdays this week have our celebrities turning anywhere from 19 to 59. Hollywood socialite Paris Hilton turned 32.
Congratulations.
16 Candles teen hottie Molly Ringwald turned 45. Saturday Night Fever's John Travolta turned 59. Party of Five's Jennifer Love Hewitt turned 34. Twilight's Ashley Greene turned 26. Charlie's Angels actress Drew Barrymore turned 38. Secret Life of Bees actress Dakota Fanning turned 19. And Sex and the City's Kristen Davis turned 48. Be sure to tune in next week for more glitz, glamour, and news from the Hollywood Newsfeed.